My parents sold my lake house to fund my sister's $150,000 wedding. They laughed, saying, "Thanks for the wedding present." I smiled and told them to check their mail. They didn't just sell my sanctuary. They stole my past, my future, and the last shred of trust one had in them. When I found out my own parents had secretly sold the lake house my grandfather left me, my most treasured possession, all to fund my sister Hannah's ridiculously extravagant wedding, something inside me shattered irrevocably. I'm Audrey, 34, and that lake house wasn't just a building, it was everything. It was my grandfather Jack's legacy. A place he built with his own hands in the 70s. A rustic cabin on 3 acres of waterfront property on Lake Winnipesaukee. Every summer from the time I was 5 until I left for college I was there. Fishing with Grandpa, learning to fix things, listening to his stories. He was the only one in my family who truly saw me. While my parents were always orbiting Hannah's dramatics and demands, Grandpa Jack showed me what real connection felt like. The dock where I'd dangle my feet for hours, the old fishing boat, the canoe he taught me to paddle. Every corner held a piece of my childhood, a piece of me. So when Grandpa Jack passed away 6 years ago, and his will explicitly left the lake house to me, everyone was stunned. To my granddaughter Audrey, the lawyer read, who appreciates the value of hard work and solitude, I leave my lake house, in the hope that she will find the same peace there that I did. My parents' faces were a mask of shock, my mother quickly slapping on a smile that didn't reach her eyes. How wonderful, Audrey. You always were Jack's favorite, she said, but the tone implied I cheated somehow. My dad just looked disappointed, probably already calculating the fortune they couldn't get their hands on. Hannah, who was 27 then, didn't even try to hide her fury. But that property is worth a fortune now. Why would he leave it all to Audrey? I spent just as much time there as she did, which, let's be clear, was a complete lie. Hannah found the lake house boring after a day. She preferred civilization, shopping, socializing. This moment was just another chapter in a lifelong pattern. Our family dynamic was always Hannah as the sun, and the rest of us just satellites. She was the pretty one, the social one, the one who needed things. I was the responsible one, the self-sufficient one, the one who was supposed to understand when resources went to Hannah. Ballet lessons for Hannah? Money was found. Summer architecture camp for me? Save your babysitting money, Audrey. Hannah crashed her first car? Replaced instantly. My college textbooks? I worked 2 jobs to afford them. Despite it all, I put myself through school, built a successful career as an architect, and now own my own respected firm. My parents acknowledged my success with a detached surprise, as if I defied their expectations. Hannah, meanwhile, bounced from job to job, always finding fault, always subsidized by my parents. Rent, credit cards, new cars, they never questioned her choices. 3 years ago, Hannah met James and my parents were ecstatic. He came from money, worked at his dad's investment firm, and seemed like he could maintain Hannah's lavish lifestyle. What they conveniently ignored was that James was just as financially irresponsible as Hannah. Designer clothes, expensive cars, lavish vacations, but he was drowning in debt. When they got engaged, Hannah immediately launched into planning her dream wedding. First, it sounded reasonable. Then, like everything Hannah touched, it exploded. From 100 guests to 300. A local country club to an exclusive resort. A simple white dress to a custom designer gown. I was happy for her truly and even offered to help. I suggested the lake house could host a beautiful rehearsal dinner or pre-wedding photos. She scoffed, wanting more glamorous settings. I attributed it to her usual extravagance, never, ever imagining the sinister truth. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.